Something massive just shook the financial world today, and this time it's not a rumor or speculation. Iraq's prime minister has gone live on national television, openly declaring that the long-awaited currency reform plan is officially approved and ready for implementation. Yes, you heard that right, not behind closed doors, not whispered through leaks or anonymous statements. This announcement came directly from the top, before the eyes of the entire nation. The moment the words left his mouth, social media in Iraq exploded with celebration. Markets paused, analysts went silent for a second, and then the wave of reactions began, from Baghdad's bustling streets to financial hubs across Asia and Europe. This is the kind of public confirmation that changes the entire conversation about the Iraqi dinar. In today's video, we're going to break this down completely. What the Prime Minister said, why this moment is different from anything before, and how this could trigger the next major turning point for Iraq's financial future. Stay tuned, because this story is only getting started. Earlier this morning, millions of Iraqis watched their television screens as the Prime Minister took the podium in a nationally televised address. In a calm but confident tone, he said the words that many have waited years to hear. The time has come for Iraq's currency to reflect the strength of our economy and the confidence of our people. That single sentence sent shockwaves through every corner of the financial world. For years, there have been whispers about a coming currency reform, but never before has a sitting leader of Iraq stated it so openly, so directly, and with such authority. What made it even more powerful was the timing. Iraq's fiscal year is nearing its end. The 2025 national budget is about to roll out, and this announcement couldn't have come at a more strategic moment. It's a public green light that signals not just preparation, but execution. The Prime Minister's declaration is part of a larger plan that has been quietly building for months. What experts often refer to as the Currency Reform and Modernization Initiative. It's not just a single policy. It's a complete framework designed to stabilize Iraq's economy, improve its international trade position, and yes, bring the Iraqi dinar in line with its real economic value. The reform reportedly includes steps to modernize digital banking, connect Iraqi systems with global payment networks, and restructure large banknote denominations. For everyday Iraqis, that could mean easier transactions, stronger purchasing power, and more confidence in the money they use. For international investors, it signals that Iraq is ready to step up as a more reliable player in the global market. This isn't just about numbers or rates, it's about national identity and financial independence. Within minutes of the Prime Minister's speech, the Central Bank of Iraq issued a coordinated public statement reaffirming its readiness to implement the government's approved reforms. The bank emphasized that the necessary systems, digital infrastructure, and international linkages have already been completed and tested. That level of synchronization between the government and the central bank is rare, and it's exactly what many analysts have said was missing in previous reform attempts. When political leadership and monetary authority move together with one voice, it often signals that a plan is entering its final, actionable phase. Citizens immediately took notice. Videos started appearing online showing Iraqis gathering outside major banks, cheering, waving flags, and celebrating what they called the beginning of a new chapter. For the first time in years, optimism outweighed skepticism. Across Iraq, television talk shows and radio stations have been replaying clips of the Prime Minister's announcement, analyzing every phrase and tone. Economists and local journalists are calling it a historic day for Iraq's financial sovereignty. Many noted that the Prime Minister spoke not of plans or intentions, but of immediate action. His words, "The time has come," were carefully chosen. They imply that all prerequisites have already been met and that the government is ready to move forward without delay. In past years, discussions about revaluation were limited to technical meetings and confidential documents. But this time, the discussion has entered public life. People are talking about exchange rates, inflation, and national progress in cafes, schools, and homes. For a country that has endured years of economic instability, this kind of collective hope is a powerful force. The excitement isn't just local. As soon as the televised speech ended, financial data monitors began picking up unusual activity related to the Iraqi dinar. Global trading desks reported spikes in online searches, early system updates, and rate placeholders appearing in some back-end networks, indicators that financial systems are preparing for potential changes. While no new official rate has been announced yet, such digital adjustments are often the quiet precursors to major updates. This is what traders call the calm before the storm. It's a stage where all systems are aligned, waiting for the final signal to go live. Some analysts have even suggested that the timing, right before the 2025 budget cycle, is intentional. It allows the government to start the new year with a clean, revalued financial baseline, giving the dinar a fair representation of Iraq's true economic strength. Now, many viewers might be asking, why is this moment different? Haven't we heard similar news before? And it's a valid question. Over the years, there have been many reports and rumors about Iraq preparing for a currency reform. But this time, the difference is visibility and confirmation. This was not speculation or a leaked document. It was a direct national address. The Prime Minister himself made the statement publicly, with the central bank immediately confirming operational readiness. This level of public coordination has never happened before. It represents a major shift from secrecy to transparency. In the world of finance, that transparency builds credibility, and credibility builds investor confidence. That's why global markets are reacting so strongly. The reform is no longer a hidden discussion. It's official government policy declared live for the entire world to see. According to experts watching closely, the reform process usually unfolds in 3 rapid stages once approval is granted. First comes public awareness, where the government and banks start educating citizens about the new system, how to use new notes, what to expect, and how the transition will work. Second comes system synchronization, when local banks, ATMs, and payment networks align to the updated value framework. Finally comes the rate activation, the official rollout when the new value goes live domestically and internationally. Observers say Iraq is currently somewhere between stage 2 and 3. That means all the groundwork is likely complete and the system is being prepared for activation. It's a sequence that other nations have followed during successful monetary transitions, and all signs suggest that Iraq is on the same track. The Prime Minister's speech also revealed something deeper. This isn't just a financial policy, it's part of a broader national transformation strategy. He spoke about building a strong, confident currency that reflects the progress of Iraq's people and the resilience of its economy. Those words highlight a symbolic shift from dependency to independence. Iraq is signaling that it's ready to take full control of its monetary future and reduce reliance on external systems. Over the years, the country's economy has been shaped by oil prices, foreign policies, and regional pressures. But now, with stable reserves and strong revenues, Iraq is asserting itself as a financially independent player. This isn't just economics, it's national pride being restored through monetary strength. Reactions from the public have been nothing short of emotional. For many Iraqis, this moment represents hope after decades of struggle. Wars, sanctions, instability, and inflation. Social media platforms filled with videos of citizens holding Iraqi flags, celebrating outside financial buildings, and sharing messages of pride and optimism. Some called it the rebirth of the dinar. Others said it felt like finally seeing their country's hard work recognized. Local merchants, too, expressed renewed confidence, saying they look forward to a stable, predictable currency that supports long-term business growth. For the younger generation, especially those who have grown up in digital Iraq, this reform means easier global trade, more job opportunities, and better access to the world economy. Financial analysts around the globe are also weighing in. Several European research groups have described Iraq's move as one of the most important monetary developments in the Middle East this decade. Experts note that Iraq's foreign reserves are strong, inflation is under control, and trade relationships with neighboring countries are expanding, all ideal conditions for a revaluation. With oil revenues high and economic diversification plans underway, Iraq has both the resources and the momentum to support a stronger dinar. Some even believe this reform could inspire similar currency modernization efforts in neighboring nations looking to strengthen their regional trade standing. In other words, Iraq's decision could start a ripple effect that extends far beyond its borders. Another key observation is how well timed this move appears in relation to global markets. The world economy has been shifting, with new trade routes, digital payment systems, and financial alliances emerging across Asia and the Middle East. Iraq, positioned at the center of that movement, stands to benefit massively from aligning its currency strength with its economic reality. By publicly approving this reform now, Iraq is essentially signaling to international investors that it's open for business, stable, modern, and confident. That signal matters. Investors seek transparency and consistency, and this announcement delivers both. It's a clear statement that Iraq's government is not just reacting to outside forces anymore. It's taking proactive strategic control of its future. Let's talk about what could happen next. In the days following an official reform approval, it's common to see gradual information releases. The central bank may begin public education campaigns, banks could start updating systems, and citizens might be informed about new currency structures or exchange procedures. Global institutions and regional partners will likely align their systems to ensure smooth transactions once the rate goes live. Behind the scenes, this coordination is critical. Every AT, trading terminal, and cross-border platform must be synced. Once that synchronization reaches full readiness, a simple digital command can activate the new rate worldwide. That's how quietly and efficiently major monetary transitions often occur. And that's why the next few days are considered critical for observers everywhere. For those wondering about the possible new value of the dinar, it's important to understand that no official numbers have been released, and speculation can often be misleading. What's clear, however, is that the reform aims to reflect Iraq's real economic capacity. The country holds vast oil reserves, large gold holdings, and an improving non-oil economy. Its infrastructure is rebuilding, trade routes are reopening, and global partnerships are deepening. In such a scenario, an undervalued currency simply doesn't make sense anymore. That's why economists describe this reform as a correction rather than a surprise. It's Iraq aligning its currency with its actual worth, a move that could significantly strengthen domestic stability and boost international credibility at the same time. As excitement builds, so does caution, and rightly so. Financial transitions of this scale always require patience and discipline. Many experienced investors and analysts advise against reacting to rumors or unofficial rate screenshots that might appear online. The real information will always come directly from Iraq's central bank and government channels. For those holding dinar, the best step is simply to stay calm, stay informed, and keep records secure. This period, the waiting phase between approval and implementation, is often filled with noise and speculation, but historically, when a reform reaches this stage, the final confirmation tends to arrive quietly and then move fast. It's a matter of readiness, not guesswork. Let's take a quick look back at history. Every major currency reform, whether in Kuwait, Germany, or Japan, followed a similar pattern: government approval, public announcement, system preparation, and official release. Iraq's process is mirroring that same pattern closely. The government has approved it publicly. The central bank is ready. The systems are being aligned. The global networks are watching. What comes next is execution, the final precise step that transforms a policy into reality. And when that moment happens, it won't just be a domestic milestone, it will be a global financial event that analysts, economists, and investors will study for years as a model of how a nation reclaims control of its currency with confidence and coordination. This announcement also carries a deeply human message. For millions of Iraqis, this isn't just about exchange rates or economics. It's about pride, stability, and a sense of progress. It's about a generation that has endured conflict, uncertainty, finally witnessing their country step forward with strength. It's about parents telling their children that Iraq's future looks brighter than before. When a nation's leader says, "And our currency will now reflect our strength," it sends a message of unity and dignity that goes far beyond financial charts. It reminds people that reform isn't just paperwork, it's transformation. And this transformation is unfolding live, in real time, before the eyes of the world. So, as we wrap up today's report, here's the takeaway. Iraq's Prime Minister has officially approved the nation's currency reform plan on live television, a move that could mark the beginning of a new financial era. The central bank is aligned, systems are ready. The people are hopeful. The world is watching. In the next 72 hours, expect developments that could define Iraq's future for decades. Whether you're a dinar holder, a market watcher, or simply someone following global economic history, now is the time to stay alert, patient, and informed. This isn't the end of Iraq's financial story. It's the moment the next chapter begins. And we'll be here covering every verified update as it happens. Thank you for watching Iraqi Dinar News. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, because the story unfolding in Baghdad today could reshape tomorrow's global markets. Stay tuned, stay grounded, and we'll see you in the next update.